Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're at. Thank you for tapping in. This is PBP Play by Play. I am your host, Stubby. Just to start off, do your own research. This is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. Like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and click the bell for notifications. And join the FTO or Funtime Organic Telegram for consistent technical analysis updates using this QR code. So, guys, I just purchased over 2,000 Cardano. I repeat, 2,000 ADA. So, the first question that I do want to just get out of the way and address while it's asked, how much are we looking to acquire? So this year I have set the objective for 2023 to finish this year with 18,500 Cardano coins. Right now, after making this 2,200 ADA purchase, we're now sitting at 3,150 total ADA coins. So that puts us at 17% to our yearly goal. So I do intend on being 50% to the goal by the end of Q1 or the end of March. Reason being is because I do believe that in the second half of this year, we do see some massive uptrend. As I do believe, the Fed pivots later on this year, but they most certainly paused sometime this year. So the next thing that I want to address is, why did I buy now? So looking at the charts, right? We're looking at the charts, and what we see since the FTX crash back in the beginning of November is a massive dump down from 44 cents all the way down to 24 cents. So we've seen a 20-cent discount. So now I do want to say that I actually did enter a position about right here. Initially, I did acquire 1,000 or a little under 1,000 ADA coins right there at that bottom. I was not sure if that was the bottom at that point in time doing my technical analysis. Of course, nobody can guarantee the market, but we can most certainly feel inclined to believe that it's going to do something. So at that point in time, I figured, we could see further downtrend to 17 cents. But, in the event that that doesn't happen, I do want to get my feet back into the water. So I did purchase that, and I did actually ride this wave all the way up. But looking at, again, the time frame from the FTX crash to now, what we see is that 38 cents is a dedicated support level. So with the support level being determined at that 38 cent area, what we were looking at over this past week was the increase, candle over candle over candle, wick over wick. Then we did see a little bit of resistance right there around 34 cents. But then again, at the 35 or the 0.352 line, we did break through that resistance line and then turn that into another level of support, which led us to going all the way up and retesting 38 cents, which was actually, higher than where we were in December when we took that December drop from 33 down to 24 cents anyways. So another thing that I'll point out is that zooming in on the chart, we take the Fibonacci retracement and we put it at the bottom and we just draw it up. When we draw it up to the swing high that we've reached after getting bounced off of 38 cents, we do see that these lines do line up. So the green line in this case is going to represent that 236 line at 352. Swing drop down to 0.313, and then the 786 line, very important level of resistance down at 27 cents. So with that, I was watching the market yesterday when we actually broke out of this critical 38 cent support / resistance zone, which then gave me the understanding that, okay, we've now been rejected off of 38 cents. So that means that we can actually expect to see some downward trend. So because I anticipated that downward trend, what we did from that point is we set a price alert for 352 or 352, 0.352. At the 352 zone, we actually, you see the wick actually ended up going below that 352, which is very, very important to note. because when that happened, that was actually when we ended up entering our position. So ultimately, when we purchased that, the reason why we purchased that is because this is the pullback that we have been anticipating. Now, the bottom may be in. I'm not necessarily saying that the bottom is in, but what I will say is if the bottom is in, that would make sense. I could absolutely see, in relation to the long term, I could see a nice retest where we break down below both of these lines and we come all the way back to the 786 line, determine a little bit of support there, and then we rally off. See, and then if we were to take that and break that down in the macro picture, zooming out, it would make a lot of sense. And the reason why it would make a lot of sense is because that looks like a fully formed bottom in which we would officially break out of that invisible line of resistance that we haven't been able to break out of since the beginning of this bear market. So I was looking at this entire area. Honestly, this entire area is an absolute buy area for me. It's a major area, 67 cents. You know, this is where I'm looking to get the majority of my coins. If I can get all 18.5 of the coins in this zone, I would feel absolutely phenomenal. But in the event that I can't, that's okay. But in relation to the long term, ultimately what you want to do, take it and draw it up. So you see in the macro, we are far below that 786 line from the top as far as dropping down 78%. So I definitely do believe that we are in a phenomenal area to buy in relation to the long term. So the question that everybody wants to know, where do we see ADA going? So zooming out on the charts, we'll go ahead and take the week chart play. We'll go ahead and take the week chart play, and we'll look all the way out as far as 2025. So I will say this, looking at the week chart up to 2025, I definitely do see we can take a nice 2023 this year. I see us getting into that 75-cent range. 2024, I definitely do think that we can achieve $2.50 in 2024, somewhere in that area. Looking out into 2025, we may actually hit new all-time highs in 2024, but in 2025, I do believe that we see price points as high as $11.66, and it would be then at that point where we would be looking at potential corrections going back. Ultimately, if you were to take that and you were to run that, from the jump to, it would make perfect sense. Of course, none of this is financial advice, but I do see that 11.66. When am I selling my position? In short, I do not have any intentions on selling my positions at any point in time soon. Of course, there's capital gains, whereas though you're incentivized essentially to hold your position for over a year at least. This is most certainly a long-term play. This is not anything that I'm telling you is going to just blow up like, no, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So just want to go ahead and chop that out the way as a potential even thought process. This is most certainly a long-term play. So I don't intend, honestly, on getting out until the technical analysis says that it is time to do so. But realistically, going into the future, we may be incentivized to hold our positions. That would be just in hedge to the debasement of the dollar or of fiat currency in general. So with that said, I do again intend on continuing to purchase more ADA over the next coming weeks. I will keep you all updated. I do want to say again, thank you for tapping in to Play by Play. And again, I am your host, Stubby. I appreciate you joining the journey. like, comment, subscribe for more content. Again, click that bell for post notifications and join the link to the Telegram where I post technical analysis on a daily basis. Peace.